So are all of you open? Are you at chapter 20?
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing that you do with Cornell notes is that you need to decide what are your key ideas. So I want you to flip through sections 1 and 2, and I want you to basically kind of shout out some of the things that you see that are in bold print or look like vocabulary words, but only in section 1 and 2.
Wave.
Okay, so clearly the whole thing's about waves.
Medium.
Medium.
Transverse wave. Transverse wave.
Chair.
Transverse wave.
Piece of rope.
Longitudinal wave. Longitudinal wave. Longitudinal wave. Amplitude.
Combination of waves.
Frequency. Wave speed. Frequency. Wave speed.
Refraction.
Motion. Wave motion.
No, I'm looking at the
I
next
already
one.
said that. Wave speed.
Refraction.
Wave
Piece of
speed.
rope.
Wave speed.
Stop it.
Mechanical.
Take it slow.
Okay. So I've got like 5 or 6 words here. Wavelength to your right should probably be here.
Oh yeah.
I said that.
You're all yelling, it's hard to hear y'all. Alright, sound bar. Alright, wavelength.
Best
Okay.
video ever.
Now, did I get everything that was in bold print or that was like, looks like a vocab word?
Wave motion.
Probably not all
Wave.
of them. But how long did it take?
Like 30 seconds.
Like 30 seconds to kind of scan those pages and see what you thought the key ideas were. Alright? So that's your list of things that you think these are important enough to be key ideas. You scan it, you look for vocab words, you look for big ideas, and those become your key ideas. You don't actually have to read the book to find the key ideas. You just kind of scan it. Alright? After you've kind of made your list of key ideas, then you read the book. Alright? You read this section, and then while you're reading the section, you might discover, oh, there's this other word here that was in italics that I didn't see when I was scanning, so I want to add that one. Or, oh, there's like 2 paragraphs on this idea here, but it's not bolded anywhere, but this seems important. So then you would add that. Once you have read this section, then you go back and start to make your notes. You make your notes, you put kind of an upside down T-bar, and your key ideas go on the left. So I'm going to start with the example of amplitude to kind of show you, because I think amplitude is really one of the more important terms in this particular section. So, and I want to make sure to use that as my example. So amplitude is my key idea. So I put that over here. Then on this side is my further explanation of what amplitude is. So when I'm reading the textbook, I discover that amplitude is the height of the wave or the distance of the wave from the midline. All right? So I would write the height of the wave, spelling Martin, H-E-I-G-H-T, of the wave, or the distance from the midline, well, so that's what it says. That's kind of like the textbook definition. But I might not know for sure what that midline is before I read it, and I'm not 100% sure of it, what it is afterwards. So, but there's pictures in the book that are diagrams of waves with the vocab words next to it. So maybe I want to draw a picture here, because if there's pictures in the book that have pictures of the book that say this is the this, odds are good that there's going to be a picture on the test that is, what is the this? So, amplitude, if you draw a picture like this, here would be a model wave. Here would be the midline, the line that kind of goes through the middle.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be another key idea. All right? Or maybe I just label it here, midline. And then the amplitude is from the midline to the height of the wave. And I'd label that amplitude. This is probably what I need to know about amplitude. But then I would go on, okay, what's the next key term? And kind of work my way through all the key terms. And that's how I would make my Cornell notes for the key ideas and then the kind of the big picture. And then at the bottom is a summary. Now for the summary, when you're looking at the summary, you'll notice in your textbook or in a lot of textbooks, there are things off to the side that might be your learning objectives. Sometimes I write objectives on the board. Sometimes there are learning objectives in your KUD. Sometimes in the textbook that you guys have in front of you now, but will probably not have in a year or two, you have, what does it say? What you'll do, a little what you'll do section. Kind of look at those and try to figure out, if I sum up these two sections, what are the big learnings that I was supposed to get out of this? Not like each individual vocab word, but what are the big learnings? So maybe my big learnings of this might be, waves have a lot of terms to describe them. And I would have, as you're reading, one of the key learnings here is that waves have energy, and that energy, waves move energy from one place to another. So then your other one might be waves move energy from one place to another. Okay, so that would be your summary. You don't need to do a summary for each if you have multi-page notes. Let's say that, you have these vocab terms here, you have these key ideas, and then as you're reading, you have 5 more. And as you're explaining, you realize it's going to take you a page and a half to get all your Cornell notes done. You only need to do the summary for the bottom of the end page. You don't need to do the summary for each page. Are there any questions over Cornell notes? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so like out of all the main ideas that you listed up, or like the key ideas that you had listed up on the board, would you kind of like tie all those together and like come up with like an overall summary?
If you can, then that's what goes in the summary.
Okay.
Sometimes it's clunky. Sometimes it doesn't work all that great. But you try to do the best you can and put that in the summary.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Will you give us a sheet on this or no?
There is a link on our webpage that was part of the game lab that you did.
Okay.
But this is, and so this is for the class that's in front of me now. This is your 3rd or 4th time doing Cornell notes. But the video is for future generations who this may be the first time that they've heard of it. Yeah.
Are you going with the video?
Did you have a question? So that's going to get cut out probably. Anything else?
Oh, you can
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know you had that skill. Why?
Always good cut
She's
that
just
out.
gonna cut it out, guys. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I appreciate you actually being quiet during that, Wyatt.
Well, I really tried. It was hard. I was
Thank
thinking
you.
about like throwing my chair.
Anything else?
I'm not kidding.
So you guys, does this make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
You can turn it off now.
The
The red
Red button.
There you go.
Red button.
Come on.
You know what,
Push
red?
it